football dominates our airwaves. Good lads. So, you're the season ticket holders. We are here to serve. The lads will be busy in the off-season. Hair has been a very, very important part of the summer, that's for sure. So much to serve up tonight. The new Premiership season awaits. There's a new Pro 14 format to talk about. There's been a World Cup and a Lions tour, which we will reflect on. And, of course, some new rules to understand. No better man to teach us than our sensei, our rugby Yoda, Wayne Barnes. Barnesy, how are you doing? You well?
Very good, thank you.
You've had a busy few weeks, yeah?
Yeah, just got over the jet lag.
Yes, good man. Well, he's going to teach us some stuff tonight and give us a bit of homework for the season before we get going. Now, we're going to get a bit more interactive this time out. We want you involved. It is your show after all. So, Maro's here to help us out in that front. How you doing? You well?
I'm well, very well.
Looking strong, looking strong. And Ugo, you know what we're going to do. What's the plan?
That's absolutely right. I'm here with the main man himself, Maro Itoje. Welcome to the show. And we're also going to be broadcasting live on @BT Sport Rugby on Facebook and on Twitter, and we'll be here for the next 12 minutes. So make sure you get involved. Send your questions to Maro and the pundits. We'll be waiting to answer them live on air. And also thanks to our friends at England Rugby for joining us as well. Make sure you get your questions in on Maro. He had a brilliant summer with the British and Irish Lions down in New Zealand to get things kicked off.
Yeah, please do get involved. We're live on Facebook right now. Yeah, Rugby Tonight Facebook Live on Twitter every single Wednesday night at 8 p.m. for the entire season. Also, watch out for Rugby Tonight on tour as we visit rugby clubs right across the land. It could be your club. It could well be. So give it a pain. We might be visiting you very, very soon indeed. Again, new this season. Lots of new stuff coming your way. And as for live match coverage, well, we're going to be busier than we've ever been before on BT Sport. This season is going to be an absolute humdinger.
The clock can stop ticking. This is what it's all been about. It's time to go. Oh, nicely done, and Watson will score!
This is a natural finisher. Quality everywhere you look. It's up to this lot to do the job. Strength, power and handling ability, that's what he's come for. A study of focus and intensity.
Oh my goodness, this is a sport well worth watching when it's played like that.
Moriarty, good step from the flanker. Oh! Who will make the right decisions in the white heat of battle?
Here goes Noel!
What an unbelievable finish from Jack Noel.
2 more sleeps and we're up and running. We have a really busy studio tonight. Any Saracens fans with us tonight? Quite a few Saracens fans and plenty of you, of course, watching on Facebook and Twitter as well. We are live on Facebook, Ugo. What's the plan? What are we going to do with it?
We've had lots of interaction. As you said earlier, it is a show for the people and they can desperately get involved. So we've had loads of questions in, all for you, Maro. People that want to get to understand and see what goes on. So the first one on screen from James Cooper, who's live on Facebook. Maro, have you kept hold of Bill, and Bill being the mascot from the British and Irish Lions tour?
Yeah, I have actually. He's very safe at home. He's in my wardrobe at the moment. He's with the rest of my clothes, so he's safely protected.
In there and stuff, so he's comfy, or is it just on top of your wardrobe?
No, he's actually in it. There's a bit of room in there, so he's there, comfortable.
It's not
no
real,
grass.
Benny. It's not real.
Grass, yeah.
He's probably a lot safer at home because on tour they try and sabotage you, right, and make sure that you lose it because there's fines associated to losing Bill.
I'm not even going to lie, it was very stressful.
Tougher than the games?
Not quite.
Is it like an Olympic torch? Does the same one go round, or do you keep that forever?
So I fortunately get to keep it. So Stuart Hall got to keep his, and I've made sure I've got to keep mine as well. So it's nice to have, you know, a good little bit of memorabilia from the tour. But yeah, got to keep it. Very
good. Okay, we've got another question from Twitter from I'm a Realist. Maro Itoje, how did the Lions camp differ from an England camp?
It was different due to the very nature of what it was. Obviously, with a Lions camp, you're spending time with people from 4 different nations, whereas England's only one. So you obviously get these different kind of, like, you know, obviously dialects and trying to understand people. I remember when I first rocked up, I was sitting on a table with Welsh guys and Scottish guys. I was like, sugar, I can't understand what these guys are saying.
Is there a difference? People talk about keeping the Lions' heritage of having a social tour, but also doing the professional side of things now. Is there a difference there? Was there a bit more opportunity to go out and let your hair down?
Yeah, the Lions, it was definitely a lot more loose than what I was used to. But it was good, you know. We got to spend some time off the field with each other, you know. It's not, you know, to go on a Lions tour to New Zealand is, you know, it's quite rare. So all in all, it was a good experience.
Just how wild did it get?
It got very wild after the last test.
Really?
It was all controlled up until then, but after the last, yeah, it was.
Go on, yeah.
We'll save it for after. Got another question from Greg Miller off Facebook. Maro, so what's going through your head when New Zealand perform in the haka?
So with the haka, obviously, it's you know, it means a lot to New Zealand players, and you know, it's for the All Blacks. It obviously gives them strength, has a whole load of spiritual meanings to that. But for me, obviously, I'm not from New Zealand. I'm from here, and so I don't have the same connection they do to it. So for me, I watch it, try and be respectful, but ultimately it's what happens on the pitch that matters. The haka essentially is a dancer then which gets them rived up. And you said you're not from here, but your roots and heritage is Nigeria. One thing I've seen, you're a super talented guy, do lots of things, but you can dance as well. Hey, this isn't a stitch-up. It's more, I'm just seeking a bit of advice, because we've seen the celebrations in the changing room where you're up, and Can you help me? Can you just stand up and just talk me through like what I need to do?
Am I right in thinking you should start with this top off?
So how does it go?
No. Am I going to do this?
Yeah. Okay, that's absolutely brilliant. Okay, back to question. Nick Larkey from Twitter. Who's the toughest opposition second row in the Prem or Champions Cup?
In the Prem, I think it has to be one of the other England locks. Obviously, I play with Crusoe for both club and country, so I don't have to go up against him. But I'll say Courtney and Joe. They're definitely two top-class operators.
And on the European level?
European level, they tend to be a bit bigger in Europe. They tend to have a little bit more meat on them. So it was difficult last year. I don't even know.
Didn't even notice them, you see. Didn't even notice them. Yeah. Do you know, I noticed something about you, Maro, watching one of the matches on the touchline last year, how vocal you are on the pitch. Do you realise you're even doing that?
Yeah, I'm the one who's talking.
No, but sometimes you're just shouting. Like, sometimes it's just this raw kind of energy coming from you.
Funny, because Craig talks a lot, but he doesn't know he's doing it.
And I don't understand it.
Yeah, I think it's something I actively try and do. I try and give my team energy. First and foremost through my actions, but I think through your voice and through the way you speak to and influence others is another way you can do that.
Absolutely. Okay, another question, Facebook. Ashley Shingler. If you could pack down of anyone past or present, who would it be?
Good question.
When it's a bit brutal, you've not automatically answered that with Benny Kay. Just sat there. You're like, good question.
Yeah, good question. Past or present? In the row, I assume.
Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
Growing up, I was a big fan of the South African locks, Victor Matfield, Bakkies Botha. I really respected what they did. I think it would be pretty cool. Obviously, completely different eras, but John Eales, I think that'll be quite an interesting pat down with, you know, the big man in his prime. I think that'll be quite cool.
Well, he was another very athletic second row, wasn't he? He was kind of ahead of his time to a certain extent, I suppose. I can't wait to see you back in action again in the Premiership. I cannot wait to see the Premiership kick off again. It all starts on Friday night. We are up and running. Thank goodness. A brand new season. Gloucester against Exeter. Gloucester, new man in charge. How will the Chiefs be after winning the title last season? Find out from 7 p.m. A really good build-up. It'll really just open the doors to a new Premiership season with Martin Bayfield and all the gang from 7 p.m. kick-off 7:45. Double-header from Twickenham on Saturday. Saracens against the Northampton Saints. 1:30. That starts an absolute festival of rugby on BT Sport. And then we follow up with London Irish returning to the Premiership. Great to have them back. They face their old rivals Harlequins. That's at 4:15. Don't worry about that. Tune in at the start of the day and just stay with us. On Sunday we got Leicester against Bath. Those old rivals go at it again up at Welford Road. That Leicester team's looking so exciting. We'll talk about them a little bit later on. 2:30 on Sunday. Right, our Facebook and Twitter live is about to end, so thanks for joining us. But all you have to do is turn on your telly and tune into BT Sport 1, especially because there is still so much more to come. Wayne Barnes is going to talk us through the new global trials. And look how excited he is about that prospect. We've got to chain him down for that one. The Aviva Premiership will be refereed slightly differently this year. And as part of our Aviva Premiership Round 1 preview, we've got a chance to film with Freddie Burns. Now, he's moving back to Bath, the club of his childhood, and his parents are absolutely delighted.
I've even had a couple of people come up to me and say, we're actually going to renew our season ticket because he's coming back. So I'm like, oh, OK, that's pretty cool.
No pressure then.
No,
so,
yeah, pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure.
And it's great for me because I get free drinks in all the pubs. Yeah.
It's about time you find yourself a nice lady.
I know, his dad looks like Grandad in The Simpsons, but he's a very nice man indeed. We'll bring you more of that and lots of Premiership chat after this short break. See you in a minute.